All right, ladies and gents, I think we are just about ready to get tonight's stream rolling here. Welcome, everybody. Back again to another stream. Hope you guys are doing good. Happy Thursday, everybody. Happy Trivia Day. Tonight we have stream number 681, and indeed it is Thursday, so we are going to be doing some Ninjago trivia. We will start that here in a minute. First, schedule. Streams are possible Monday to Friday, 6 to 7 Central. Trivia every Thursday. It is Thursday, so we are indeed doing trivia. Hooray for Ninjago trivia and all of that good stuff. How are you guys doing on this lovely Thursday? Hope you guys are doing good. Give me 1 second here. I'm gonna turn on some lights. It is dark in here. Let me turn on that. Yeah, that's good enough. All right. Hello, hello. Yes, we are here. There's a motorcycle guy outside my window. Wow, so cool. Wow, dude, wow, such an awesome sounding bike. Totally not annoying. How are you guys doing? Doing good, doing good. Good. A lot of goods in the chat. Hello, hello. Hopefully you guys are all doing good. Trivia is the best. It is pretty fun. I do like hosting trivia every week for you guys. This week we do have one of my own trivias again to do, a brand new one. So hooray for brand new trivia. Give me 1 second here. I'm going to take a sip of my water. It's always good to stay hydrated. All right, what else is going on? How we doing? Doing good. Went to the zoo today. Sad my week-long vacation is almost done. Hey, a week-long vacation is still pretty good, but it definitely does, hurt when that time eventually does end. But hopefully the zoo was fun. That sounds fun. I also enjoy going to the local zoos when I can. It's fun to see the animals. Hydration is key. Yes, indeed. Have you brainstormed about the Halloween stream? Yes, I think we know what we are going to do for it in terms of the game and also, obviously, our costumes. We're going to be working on those this weekend. It's going to be a lot of fun. Obviously, on Halloween, we are doing a Halloween stream. And, look forward to more updates on that. I will probably be announcing it at some point on the community tab, probably at some point next week. So be on the lookout for that announcement. I will also drop the times, like the final times, for the stream. Right now, we are looking at starting maybe an hour earlier, but going until normal time wraps up. So probably like from 5 to 7. If I had to take a guess. Again, not like married to that idea, but that is looking likely in terms of what the time will be. So keep that in mind. But of course, we will be dropping the official announcement next week. It's going to be on Friday. Should be, right? Next week, Friday, is Halloween. Yep. Okay. Sounds good. Yes. Watched K-pop Demon Hunters for the first time. Very cool. Hope you enjoyed it. I've been listening to the music again. Was actually listening to the soundtrack a little earlier today when I was working on videos and such. Never thought I'd say this, but GameStop may redeem themselves. They said a Transformer that turned into a tank I had on pre-order came in. Yeah, I mean, it probably is 86 Megatron. Then again, there are a few Transformers that turn into tanks, but Megatron sounds like the right one, right? You've been talking about that one. It was thundering, raining the other day. Yeah, that is very much like Jay and Nia. Absolutely. Loved it. Awesome. Glad to hear. Yeah, it's probably my favorite movie of the year so far. Let's see. May not be chatting as much since I'll be working at 5. Hopefully I'll be able to have it playing in the background. Sounds good. Yeah, I mean, we're going to try to run it until normal time, obviously, like until 7. Might wrap up a little bit later than that, though, so we might be going a little bit longer than the normal 2 hours. Just kind of depends what we do on the stream, and of course how much fun folks are having. If we need to let it run a little bit longer, we totally could. We are basically setting aside as much time as we can on Friday to do the stream for you guys. We've been working on our costumes, planning them. Probably going to finish those up this weekend, so it's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it. Unfortunately, yeah, we can't give out candy, but if we could, I would. Let's see. Am I going to play the Marvel Rivals Zombies game? Probably not. Haven't played Marvel Rivals in a minute. What do you think of the Forbidden Five? Personally think they're one of the best villains in Ninjago. I think that the Forbidden Five are kind of wasted potential, dare I say. They certainly did a lot, but they also, had a lot that they could have done more of. So I personally think that they're kind of wasted potential, but I do like them a lot. I just thought their concept could have gone a lot farther, What else do we have here? Let's see. Sorry, I missed your potentially long explanation of something. Basically, we were just talking about the Halloween stream. Right now, again, not finalized here. We will drop the final times next week at some point on the community tab. Right now, we are thinking about starting an hour earlier, but ending normal time, possibly a little bit longer past the normal time. So 5 to 7 for sure, or not for sure, but that's what we're thinking about right now. And then potentially going beyond 7. So that's basically the long story short version of what we talked about. Are you sad that Cole's Titan mech is retiring soon? I mean, I already have the set, so I'm not itching to get another one, but I do think it is a very good set, and I feel like if you are a fan of Cole, if you think the Titan mech looks good, then that is definitely one that you should try to put on your list to grab before the end of the year. There are quite a few different sets that are retiring that I think people should try to get before the end of the year, just before the prices get jacked up and all that on the secondhand market. We also have a super chat here from Nat Christmas. Thank you very much, Nat Christmas, for the $2 super chat. They say, going on vacation to the mountains next week. Very cool. Mountains are always fun. Where I'm from, we have a lot of big mountains like that, so they're always fun to climb up, and they're fun to sit on top of and look at the views and all that. Not sure what it's like by you, but that sounds like fun. Hopefully you do have fun on your vacation there. And once again, Nat Christmas, thank you very much for the super chat. I appreciate you. Thank you for supporting the channel. Ooh, live near the beach. Oh, that could be cool. I don't think I've ever been on a mountain by a beach before. That sounds really cool. Honestly wish Lego sets would never retire. Yeah, that's true. I mean, you know how easy life would be for a lot of collectors if sets just never retired? And say, if sets never did retire, right now you could go back and get a lot of the, the older Ninjago sets. That would be super cool. I would love that. You still can get older Ninjago sets, but you might need to cough up a little extra money because they're a little expensive depending on which one you want. Yeah, not so much Wisconsin for the mountains, but I'm originally from Michigan, so they have a lot of cool mountains up there, especially near my old house up there. That's always fun to go visit and all that good stuff. So, you're always streaming when my family sits down for dinner. Sorry about that. I know these streams can't really work for everyone's schedule, but hopefully dinner's good, right? Dinner's fun. My dinner tonight, I've been addicted to Greek yogurt bowls. So tonight's Greek yogurt bowl was Greek yogurt, obviously, a little bit of vanilla protein powder. You mix that up in there. Then you warm up some frozen strawberries and blueberries. Dump those in too. Put some cinnamon on top, and bada bing, bada boom. You have yourself a nice little Greek yogurt bowl. Been eating those a lot lately, and they've been very good, but I've been needing to buy a lot of Greek yogurt. Luckily, it's fairly cheap by me, so Lego casually uploading all of Rise of the Serpentine. Yeah, that's really cool. I'm hoping that they don't stop there. I'm hoping they upload like all the rest of the seasons, especially the ones that are missing from Netflix right now. That would be very ideal. And also, like we've been mentioning, Lego's been on like a crazy takedown thing, taking down a lot of like third-party Google Drives and websites that have the episodes. Hopefully that means they're planning on distributing the episodes on YouTube themselves, because that would be really beneficial, and it would be nice to have all of those episodes accessible, but we will see. With that being said, though, guys, how about we get things rolling with trivia this evening? Let me take a quick sip of my water, and then we can start with the trivia. GameStop is changing their name to EB Games in Canada. My goodness, my goodness. All right, let's start with the trivia. Let me turn off my computer volume there. That way we don't get jump scared by Blookit, because Blookit loves to do that sometimes. Like I said, I almost said 70 questions. It's not 70 questions. 15 questions. New 15 question trivia for tonight. Let's start by doing the classic game mode, solo, random, yep. All right, we are good. Let me host, let me big screen this guy so you guys can see what we're working on here, what we're cooking up. All right, let me adjust the screen as well, and there you go. The room is now open. We use Blookit for trivia, Blooket. Code on the top, QR code top left. Join up if you would like, of course. Let's see. What else do we have here? Lego's been listening to Takedown a little too much. Let's see. Yeah, Marvel Zombies I wasn't like the biggest fan of personally. Yeah, Netflix is missing a lot of Ninjago, especially in the US. They have like a lot that's just straight up not there for whatever reason. So, like I said, here's hoping that Lego actually uploads like every season on YouTube. That would be very cool. Let's see. Gotta go do some stuff, sadly. Sorry to hear that, Mac. But hey, thanks for popping in when you can. We'll see you next time. Hopefully the stuff that you have to do isn't too difficult. You're always welcome on stream, Mac. We'll see ya. Have a good one. Yeah, 1,000 questions. That would be a really long trivia. I don't even know if I'd have time to even make that. My goodness. There was one time we got scared from Blookit. Yeah, sometimes Blookit, you know, in the past, it hasn't liked to mute itself explicitly, and it'll randomly jump scare us with loud noises. That's never fun. Read the IDW Shattered Glass comics the other day. Really good. Shattered Glass Starscream. I've always loved, like, the Shattered Glass concept, you know? With, like, the evil Autobots, the good Decepticons. That's always been really interesting. I've been hoping that maybe, though, eventually we could get something like that on a bigger scale, perhaps. I know that Animated had that one canceled episode, I think, that they were trying to do with that concept, but I'm hoping maybe in, like, a movie or something at some point. That could be cool. Season 8, 9, and 10 are on the channel. Everything else is pretty much gone. Yeah, a lot of that is very much region locked, unfortunately. I know for sure in the US, there might be some crystallized. Actually, I think there is. Same with Seabound. You might be right there. But Dragons Rising we have a lot of. I think we're missing, though, on YouTube, at least for the States, Season 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I know for sure. But I'm just hoping they do all of it at some point, like region-free. That would be nice. With that being said, though, guys, let's get this rolling. So, Ninjago trivia. Question 1. According to Ninjago blooper reels, what is Kai and Nia's last name? Carpenter, Embers, Roberts, or Smith? Smith. Sylvana, thanks for the sub. Appreciate that. Sorry we don't have the sound on. Blookit is to blame for that because they can jump scare us. Not good, not good. I did see they have like some Shattered Glass figures. They're pretty cool. Haven't got any of them though, but like I said. I do like the shattered glass concept. It's interesting. I was going to say Ninjago should do something like that, but they kind of did way back in the day with the Double Trouble episode. But I feel like they could have gone even further. Like before the merge, maybe they could have done like a flipped realm or something like that. That's just Ninjago, but opposite. I don't know. Always kind of liked that idea. Carpenter would be funny because of blacksmiths. Now, the reason why I put that one there was because I was listening to Sabrina Carpenter at this specific question, so I was like, sure, Carpenter. Smith was the correct answer, by the way. Not sure if that's canon, but, you know, according to the blooper reel, their last name is Smith. Do with that what you will. Question number 2. What season is this? Skybound, Hands of Time, Possession, Sons de Garmadon. Yeah, I probably will see the Predators Badlands movie. It looks good. I'm not like the biggest fan of the Predator movies, but I've seen them all, so I might as well go see this new one. I more so like the Alien movies, but maybe this one will surprise me. I don't know. Maybe this one will be good. Let's see. Yeah, the blooper reels are definitely non-canon, but I know a lot of people do like to cite those, but definitely not canon. Skybound is the correct answer there from the beginning when they are trying to dodge the people in Stick City that recognize them, if I recall. If you had the power to time travel, what would you do with it? I would travel back in time and purchase all of the old Ninjago spinners at retail when I can. Question 3. How many different animal species make up the Forbidden Five? 4, 5, 3, or 2? So yeah, basically I would go back in time, get all the Ninjago spinners, maybe a few other older Ninjago sets, like the dragons would be cool to have. You know, I've been getting a lot of like nostalgia lately for those older Ninjago sets. About time though, right? Like perfect timing because Legacy is like just about to come back. So looking forward to that. It's going to be epic. Just realized I don't know almost anything about Ninjago. Just take a guess. 3. There are 3 different species. Noct, Rox, and Zarkt are wolves. Drix is a bug, and Kerr is a jackal. Hooray for that. Still not a big fan of that, but it do be what it do be. Question 4. What do these characters have in common? And we have Lloyd, Garmadon, Wu, First Spinjitzu Master, Frack, and Geo. What do they have in common? Are they all at least in one set? Are they all voiced by Sam Vincent? Are they all orphans? Or are they all hybrids? Take a guess. What do you think? Ooh, what if Zarkt thinks he's a wolf? See, now I would like that even more. I do not like the idea of Zarkt being a wolf. Yeah, it would be better if he was some kind of like big cat, like a panther or a puma or something like that. That would be amazing. But no, he's a wolf, unfortunately. Bizarre. Let's see. Day of the Departed and Season 5 are Halloween seasons. Yeah, I'd say Season 3 Part 2 of Dragon's Rising kind of counts now too, because it's about like ghosts and spectral lands and whatnot. They are all hybrids is the correct answer there. Hybrids of some kind, you know? Like Frack, for example, is a fusion of 2 snake tribes. Geo is a fusion of a Gekko and a Munce. Lloyd is obviously some kind of weird Oni dragon human hybrid. They're all hybrids. Question 5. Where does this scene take place? The Golden Peaks, the streets of New Ninjago City, Dr. Julian's treehouse, or the Digiverse? Where does this scene take place? This scene with Golden Zane. He appears to be golden. Gonna be golden. Let's see. Theories on the ninjas' last names. A Wildfire Carpenter. That could be pretty cool. Sora Garmadon. I mean, kinda, right? I mean, Lloyd basically adopted her, I suppose. Let's see. Realizing I need to rewatch the entire franchise. I mean, Ninjago is fun to rewatch on occasion. I'll probably do a bunch of rewatches at some point, you know? I'm sure I'll rewatch this series quite a bit before I perish. Yes, Thumbnail Zane, of course. Do you think Cole told Geo about the end of Master of the Mountain? Maybe, but part of me feels like Cole would also just be kind of humble about it, you know? Not bring it up in conversation that he basically saved Shintaro. But part of me also thinks that Geo, you know, knows all of that. The Digiverse is the correct answer there. In the Digiverse, what Zane's power truly allows. Question 6. Speaking of Zane, why didn't Zane enter Prime Empire? Was it because LEGO ran out of budget and could not make a Digi-Zane minifigure? Was it Pixel couldn't go in, so Zane stayed behind too, so she wouldn't feel left out? Is it the other ninja hate Zane, or is his programming at risk of being damaged by the game's code? Why didn't Zane enter Prime Empire? Kind of dumb that he didn't, but it do be what it do be. I love that Digi-Zane exists, but not as like an official minifigure. I know people have made like customs, and those customs look really good, but would have loved to have seen maybe an official Digi-Zane, but at least we got Pink Zane. Yeah, the red one. His programming would be messed up or something. Yeah, they totally don't hate Zane. They kind of like Zane. A lot of people hate Zane, not the ninja. Question 7. Which of these Ninjago characters has a beard? And it's Nero, Klaus, Dareth, or Aaron. The image here is just fantastic. Which one's more annoying, Dareth or Dorama? Probably Dareth, because he's been around longer. Let's see. Zane's programming is as advanced as Unagami. Yeah, who knows what would have happened if he had crossed paths with him in the game. Very true. I just kind of feel like if they really wanted to put Zane in there, they probably could have written a reason why, you know? Like, they don't need to, like, you know, have that. Nero's the correct answer there. Nero's got a little soul patch goatee thing going on. Klaus just has a mustache. I don't think that counts. Top 5. Moving on to question number 8. In this scene, when fighting Ray, what does Kai say he wants? Payback, justice, redemption, or revenge? Red Dead Redemption Kai edition. Honestly, you could do like a, because you know, Kai's Red Dead Redemption. Will we get Ninjago legacy sets from Day of the Departed? Maybe. I mean, from what we've heard, thanks to the leaks and whatnot, they're doing like a Season 11 legacy set with Lloyd's Titan mech. So I think anything's on the table. Like maybe anything from the pilots to maybe Season 11. Like anything is fair game. Maybe Season 11 at the latest. We don't know. Top 5. What was it? Justice was the right answer? Of course. Justice. Wish we had a Ninjago Cowboy season. Me too. That concept art that we had for like a Western-based Ninjago season looked really cool. Question 9. Which of these sets is set number 71765? It's probably a Ninjago core set. That is your hint. Ha 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 ha. Have you watched Tron Ares? I have. It wasn't very good. I'm not like a big Tron fan to begin with, and then you put Jared Leto in the movie, and it really makes me not like it. So I did see it. I didn't think it was all that great, personally. But yeah, I mean, Day of the Departed Legacy could totally happen. I think there's a lot of other stuff that should probably happen first. Like, I would love Cole's Tread Assault. I would love the other few Ninjago dragons that never got a remake. Would love a new monastery set, like a big one. That'd be awesome. Ultra Combo Mech was the correct answer there. But yeah, Legacy could do literally anything. The only thing that I hope Legacy does not do is end after 2026. I hope they keep it around and don't just end it when the anniversary year is up. That'd be really weird. These Spinjitzu Burst minifigures reuse the legs from what group of ninja minifigures? Season 13 minifigures, Legacy Tournament minifigures, Season 11 minifigures, or Season 12 minifigures? These guys do reuse the legs from somewhere. Some folks might call it lazy, some folks might call it recycling. Who knows? Sad there's no Peacemaker tonight. Same. I've been really enjoying Or I was enjoying watching Peacemaker every week, and then it ended. So I'm like, well, now what am I going to watch? But I have been playing a lot of Pokemon, so maybe it's for the best that there's no Peacemaker, because then I'd be distracted, conflicted. I need a Legacy Fire Mech. Yeah, that could be pretty cool. I do like the original one, though. You know, it's like classic, it's iconic. Might be one of my favorite Ninjago sets ever, not gonna lie, just because it's like so small and so awesome. So, still have that set. Legacy Tournament. Yep. Yeah, I'm a few episodes behind on Gen V. Have not kept up with it. I think it ended now, but I definitely am a few episodes behind, so I'll get there eventually. Next up, question 11. Which of these statements is true about Lloyd? Was it he originally was intended to be the purple ninja, and then Jay would have been the green ninja? Is it he was the second ninja to directly talk to the first Spinjitzu master? Is it Garmadon's voice actor once talked about Lloyd having a sister named Vulgaria? Or was his Oni form first hinted at in Season 4? Definitely one of these is true, but which one is it? That is a very good question. What's the oldest minifigure in my Ninjago collection? I mean, I have like a lot of the 2011 minifigures, like from the very first wave, so probably one of those. Let's see. When's the next giveaway? Maybe when the new sets come out, we could do a giveaway for one of those. Would be nice to do like a Ninjago Legacy giveaway or something like that. We will see. Correct answer is the green one. Garmadon's voice actor did indeed once talk about Lloyd having a sister named Vulgaria. Obviously nothing really happened with that. It was just an idea that he had, but he still talked about it. Again, not sure if that's canon, probably not. Question number 12. Is the Great Devourer male or female? The big green snake, male or female? What you thinking? Imagine if we knew about the Oni and Dragon way back in Season 4. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of weird to think that we didn't, right? Because that's such like a crucial part of Ninjago lore now and Lloyd's character. And you take a look at Ninjago like as a series, and yeah, all of that came in at like Season 8, and it's like, oh, okay. Like, surely this hasn't been around since the beginning. But it's just weird because it's so important now. Rewatching the DCEU movies. Shazam. Oh, Fashizzle 2, of course. Absolutely. Yeah, I don't know. I traded in a lot of I had a lot of those movies on Blu-ray. I traded a lot of those in. I think the only 3 that I kept were Man of Steel, Batman vs. Superman, and then the Zack Snyder Justice League cut. All the rest of my DC movies got traded in. Oh, I did keep the Suicide Squad, obviously, but I'm not sure if you would count that. To me, that's like the new DC universe, despite it like not technically being a part of that new universe. To me, it is. Question 13. What is the name of the bell the ninja were using as a hot tub? The Bell of Peace, the Bell of Tranquility, the Bell of Honor, or the Bell of Divinity? What is the name of the bell the ninja were using as a hot tub after they got all lazy and soft? It me. Ninja Core. Favorite Ninjago intro. Ooh, I like a lot of the intros. First one that came to mind was Season 4's intro, but I do like Possession's intro quite a bit. I'm not the biggest fan of like the new Dragons Rising intros. I think I've made that pretty clear. Not the biggest fan of them. Aside from Legacy Tread Assault, Legacy Ninja Copter would be very cool to see modernized. Yeah, for sure. I talked about 2 just recently in a video. Lego is coming out with like these new smart bricks and smart minifigures and all that. I think a Ninja Copter remake with Zane and Pixel would be a great place to put in some of those tech-based Lego elements. I think that'd be awesome. The Bell of Divinity was the correct answer there. Do you love the We Rise mix? Not really. I'm just not a big fan of that song, personally. Question 14. Who or what is Frack looking at in this scene? Is it a McChicken? Probably not. Is it Sora, Aaron, or Rox? Had a little bit of a glitch there. Don't know why, but I think we're still good. That's how I look at McChickens, though. Real talk, good stuff. Though sometimes my local McDonald's will put a little bit too much mayo on the McChicken, and it's like, bro, like this is a McMayo. Like, where's the chicken? But McChickens are pretty good. Would recommend. I know this scene, right? It's iconic. This is gonna go down as one of the best Dragons Rising scenes ever, surely. Not controversial in the slightest. Everybody loves this scene. Yeah, it's a McMayo. If people say rocks, we will see. I mean, oh, look at that. Everyone got it correct. It is Sora. Yeah. Unfortunately, no one voted for the McChicken. I don't blame you guys. Yes, the bestest scene ever. Imagine a love triangle between Sora, Aaron, and Frack. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people are very much scared of that. And finally, question 15. Who was the first to call Zane a Nindroid? Kai, Jay, Lloyd, or Cole? In this famous scene, famous episode. Honestly, real talk, this might be like to people outside the Ninjago fandom, you know? Probably one of the more memorable Ninjago episodes. Like, you know, people that watched this show when they were kids, you know, they probably remember this episode. I know I sure did, because this was amazing. It blew my mind watching this for the first time. Mayo's disgusting on its own. Yeah, I don't mind mayo personally. I just kind of mind it if there's too much, you know. Like I said, sometimes McDonald's will plop too much mayo on my McChicken, and it's like, bro, I wanted some chicken in this. Like what are we doing? What we doing? You made it wrong. All right. Who was it? It was Jay. Yep. Jay kind of coined that term before it became commonplace. With that being said, let's check out our top three. We got Max in third place, and in second we got Ben, and in first place we have Master of Decay, Rox herself there in, or no, not Rox, Kerr. Yes, Kerr, Master of Decay in first. Congrats to our top three, and with that in mind, let us proceed to the next round. But I will ask you guys what game mode you feel like playing. What do you feel like playing tonight? We can do any of the game modes except for the ones that are locked behind the plus only thing, because I don't have that. But what do you guys think? I'm going to take a sip of my water in the meantime. Glug, 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 glug. Please no more love triangles. Yeah, I doubt that Aaron feels that way about Sora. If anything, I could kind of see maybe there being some conflict with maybe if Sora and Frack get like a little closer or whatever, maybe there will be some jealousy from Aaron because, oh, my two best friends are now leaving me out of things. You know, I could kind of see maybe something like that happening, but definitely not like a love triangle. Let's see, I'm seeing a lot of votes for Candy, so let's roll with the Candy quest. Sounds good, and we can still do a few more rounds after this, so keep in mind other game modes that you might want to do, but we will start with the Candy. Let us switch over now. All right, round 2 is up. Round 2 is live. QR code top left. Code is on the top. What time does trivia normally start? We usually start maybe about 10 to 15 minutes, sometimes even 20 minutes into stream. So if we start at 6 Central, trivia will probably start around 6:15 to 6:20, somewhere in there. Usually we like to give the stream a little bit of time to settle, you know, give people a chance to join in. Yes, Marvel Sonic Boy, we totally could listen to your clip tonight, absolutely. Probably going to do that after trivia, if that works for you. Or if you want to put it off to another stream, it's up to you. But we can totally do it tonight if you would like. We've already had enough jealous Aaron for 2 seasons. Very true. Very true. So maybe they wouldn't want to do that. And what else did I miss here? Might have missed some stuff. Let me scroll back up. Need legacy for season 7. Season 6 especially, I think would need more legacy stuff. Would love to see a legacy Misfortune's Keep. Kilby, thanks for the sub. Would love to see a legacy Misfortune's Keep. That'd be awesome. Not sure what else you could do from Skybound. What if you did like an updated Cryptarium Prison? Like a bigger one. That could be fun. Honestly, didn't know you streamed. Yeah, we stream sometimes. In this series, we have 681 streams as of this one. So we've been streaming for a minute. But yeah, a lot of people definitely more so know me for the videos because we usually do more videos here. But streaming is fun too. Can we all agree to disagree? Yeah, the love triangle thing. I feel like love triangles like could work in Ninjago if they really wanted them to work, but they have to do them like right, you know? I feel like a lot of people very much disliked the rebooted love triangle because it was a little rough. Like the writing wasn't like the best, you know? I think that's fair to say. But I totally get that perspective though. Absolutely. Did they get rid of nacho fries on the Taco Bell menu? Haven't had those in a minute. Usually when I go to Taco Bell, and it's not often, but usually when I go, I get like one of those like chicken power bowl things. Those are fun to customize. Just want Lego sets based off of James Gunn's Superman. Yeah, it's kind of weird that they didn't make any sets. Maybe they will next year, you know? Sometimes sets come out for movies, you know, when the movies are, you know, done in theaters. So maybe they could come back and, you know, drop some sets next year or maybe the year after. I'd love that. Maybe for the second movie. What is it called? The Man of Tomorrow? Sure. Yeah, love triangles can be really dumb. I totally get that perspective too. Do you prefer the Overlord or Lord Ras? I mean, I've spent more time in my Ninjago fandom here, you know, celebrating and appreciating the Overlord, so might need to go with him just because he's been around longer, and I've had a chance to, you know, interact with his stuff more. Though Tiger Man is pretty cool. I do like me some Tiger Man. Whoa, look at how many candies we have here. That's crazy. You eat all that, you get a stomach ache, bro. Let's see. Cole was just doing it to tease Jay. It wasn't serious. Yeah, I know that Tommy Andreasen did come out. Or was it one of the Hagmans? I'm pretty sure it was Tommy Andreasen. He came out and he was like, yeah, Cole was just confused about like the attention that Nia was suddenly giving him. And yeah, it was kind of like petty on his end too. I don't know. Ultimately though, I think we can all agree, like with the love triangle though of season 3, it did lead to one of the best moments in season 4 where Cole and Jay fought each other and eventually teamed up against Chen's forces. I thought that moment was awesome. Kind of a rocky path to get there, but I do like that moment. Do you think the tournament arc of Dragon's Rising could have been better? Yeah, I've been wanting to see for a long time a Ninjago tournament that wasn't rigged, you know? Like, let the tournament play out as normal. You can have, like, other stuff going on in the background, but Season 4's tournament was very rigged, and it worked for the storyline, but I wanted to see, with the Tournament of the Sources, I wanted to see, like, a fair tournament, you know? But maybe one day we could see that. Who knows? Think they were afraid of making sets based off the movie because they felt like it could flop at the box office. Oh, Superman? Yeah, for sure. Maybe. Again, maybe like next year we could get some sets for that movie. I'd personally like that. Yeah, I have, I'm messing around with a Rogue J minifigure, and I dropped him. But he's here. He's just chilling. I have a lot of minifigures just randomly like on the desk and up on top of my bookshelf that I have to put away. I've been trying to sort through some of my old Lego bins because I want to make like a huge like minifigure like collection, you know, like in my storage bins. I want to do like, hey, this is where the heads are, this is where the hair pieces are, all of that. So I've been going through my bins trying to get all the minifigure parts that I can. Yeah, how did we get infinity candy? We have infinity candy. Look at that. Infinite candy. So cool. Let's see. Have you been to Jimmy John's? Not lately, but I'm thinking about going maybe tomorrow. I do want to get food for myself tomorrow night, but I don't know what I want just yet. We have Buffer Big Zane in third. We got Lloyd Lover in second, and 6'7" So Tough in first. And all three of you guys in the top three here got infinity candy. That is awesome. Infinite candy for everybody. Yes, happy Halloween. But shout out to our top three here. And let's get the next round cooking here. What game mode do you guys want to play now? I am open to suggestions. 6'7". It's so funny. What game mode do you guys want to play? Gold, fishes. Ooh, the fishes could be fun. Tower, cafe, all good suggestions. Crypto. I think we've had like every single game mode here get suggested. The dinosaur one. Yeah, pretty much every game mode was suggested here aside from like a few of them. Why don't we do the dinosaur one? I don't think we've done that one in a minute. That could be fun to do. Let's do the dinosaurs, and we will probably have enough time after this to do one more as well. So probably going to do this one and then one more at least. So round 3 is open. We're doing the dinosaur game. Code on the top, QR code, top left. Yes, like the Dinobots. Like Grimlock and the gang. So true. But yeah, round 3 is open if you guys want to join. And like I said, we probably will be doing one more after this one, so stay tuned. Would you say K-pop Demon Hunters heavily inspired Thunderfang and the Forbidden Five? I see the similarities there, for sure. There are 5 Saja boys, 5 Forbidden Five guys. Both teams answer to like a higher power or something like that. I see the similarities, but I'm not sure if Ninjago would have taken inspiration from K-pop Demon Hunters, because they kind of came out like around the same time. So I don't know, but I definitely see the similarities there. That's for sure. All right, people, let's do some dinosaur excavating. Hooray for fossils and whatnot. Are you excited for the Dragons Rising Season 4 villains? Yes and no, I guess. I mean, they look... Visually, the monsters look a little... dare I say, a little boring compared to some of the other Dragons Rising villains that we've been seeing. But I am curious to see like where they come from. I'm curious to see like what the situation with the Loyalist is and all of that. So I don't know. I'm kind of excited, but at the same time, I'm kind of like, well, these guys kind of look a little boring, a little generic. But we will see. Will you get Mario Galaxy for the Switch? Yeah, probably, but not right away. I did, have those games, like when I was a kid, I had the Wii. That was like one of the first big gaming consoles that I got, and I did have both Mario Galaxy games for that. So I've played both of them, I have nostalgia for both of them, and I will get them on the Switch at some point, but probably not anytime soon. There's this cool song called Lego from a band called Maple's Pet Dinosaur. Can't say I've heard of that, but I will screenshot that. Maybe give that a look-see a little later. Do you like Buffalo Wild Wings? I do. I like going there and eating. I like just getting takeout from them. The only problem with that is it's a little out of the way. Like there's one near me, but it's like a 20-minute drive. It's definitely not like in my neighborhood. I kind of got to go like to the next town over to get it, but it's not like the worst drive ever. It's 20 minutes, but it is a little out of the way. But I do like me some chicken. Absolutely. Not the bone-in wings though. That might be a hot take, but I prefer the boneless wings. Because when I'm eating them, I don't make a mess everywhere. I can use a fork like a civilized person. They also have good burgers. Yes, indeed. The fact that Season 3B leaked an exact week after Season 3A. Yeah, that was certainly a wild time. And I've been thinking about this a lot, too, because I have been receiving a few questions. I'm not sure if I'm going to talk about this in a video or whatever, but I have been receiving a few questions where people are like, hey, why is, like, Ninjago kind of dead right now? Like, where's all the hype? Well, all the hype came, like, at the beginning of the year, because we got, like, pretty much everything, like, in April. We had Season 3 Part 1. We had then Season 3 Part 2, like, most of them getting leaked after. So it's like, all the stuff already happened. I mean, we had, Monstrosity, the Diet Monstrosity series, and, now we have the Crossroads Crosstalk, but no one's talking about that. No one cares. So I just think a lot of people are waiting for like set leaks or more information about Season 4 at this point, because it's definitely like, yeah, a lot of the stuff pretty much already happened earlier this year. So it's like, no wonder hype is dead. There's like nothing to get hyped for. Like if Part 2 released last month normally, we'd probably still be talking about a lot of Part 2 stuff. Like if, because it would be more fresh, but it is what it is. Yeah, I'm definitely not happy about leaks and whatnot. Boneless pizza, bro. Absolutely. No one wants pizza with bones. It's crazy. That's wild. Do you hope that Ninjago brings back the Folds Weekend Whip? Yeah, I think if they're gonna bring it back, I think they said that they were, right? The Fold was coming back, or the Weekend Whip was coming back. Wasn't that confirmed at Comic-Con? At least in some capacity. Maybe not for the Dragons Rising intro, but I could totally see them doing like maybe a new remix or something like that. That could be fun. But if they do decide to bring it back for Dragons Rising, I mean, what better time to bring it back than Season 4? Because that's going to be the 15th anniversary season. Fun. Sad we can't get hyped for Ninjago. Yeah, I mean, there certainly is like some hype, but it's definitely not like as drastic as it could have been if the leaks didn't happen, Like, we had a lot of the hype earlier this year because that's when all the stuff was coming out. But I feel like once we start getting like more set images, whether we get leaks or not, who knows? But once those official images drop, I think things are going to get a lot more exciting. So I'm looking forward to that. Top 3, we got Lloyd X Sana. In third, we have King of Lego in second, and Lloyd Lover in first. A lot of Lloyd hype in the top 3 here. Very cool. Shout out to our top 3 peoples here, and let's get probably the last round of trivia rolling for tonight. We'll probably do one more here. What game mode do you guys want to play? We can do a few different ones, but which one do you guys want to do? What you guys thinking? Feel free to drop some suggestions. Gold, Tower, Fishes. Let's do here. Hold on. Let me see. Let me take a look. Should I just like start one and then you guys like don't know what it is until we start it? Maybe I should do that. I'm going to do that. It's one of the ones that you guys suggested, but I'm not going to say what it is until we start here. Mystery trivia, as my voice cracks. Mystery trivia. All right. Code on the top, QR code top left. Join up if you would like. Last round of trivia tonight. Let's make it a good one. Also want to scroll up because I want to see some things. I feel like I missed some stuff. For me personally, just have other things to be hyped about. Ninjago's not a priority. That's totally fair. Absolutely. Even like myself right now, like I do make Ninjago videos like daily, but even recently it's kind of like, man, I'd rather just play Pokemon, nothing against Ninjago because obviously I love Ninjago, but it's like, there's not much happening at the moment. You know what I'm saying? So I totally understand that. I think that's totally fair to say. And then we also had here, hope they did learn from the backlash of the 5, not make villains super underwhelming. I mean, I think they definitely have been listening to the critiques. I think, unfortunately, though, we might not see results until maybe like 2-3 years from now, because Ninjago seasons do take a while to make, and usually Ninjago seasons are made like 2-3 years in advance, or at least that's when they start getting made. That's when production starts and all that. So I don't know, maybe we will see like something come from that, but probably not right away. We are doing fishing. Hooray for fishing. Let's do it. 5 minutes of fishing. Are you still making a video on Halloween Day? I plan on it. Like, obviously, we're going to be streaming that day too, but I do plan on putting out at least one video. I do have something that I do want to talk about, but I'm waiting until Halloween to talk about it. So, do thank you for all the Ninjago videos you were able to post during the dry spells. I mean, I do try my best. I do appreciate that, though. Thanks for saying that. Yeah, sometimes it's definitely, like, probably a little boring for some folks, especially the people that are, wanting there to be news, and it's like, well, there's not really much going on, but we can talk about, like, animation mistakes from Season 3, because we haven't done that yet. I'm kind of working through my backlog now of, like, videos that I jotted down, like, a few months ago that we haven't got a chance to yet, but not a lot of, like, news stuff happening at the moment, and that's okay, too, because we got other stuff to talk about. Love Ninjago. It's one of the few things in my life gives me something to stick around. Let's see. Just as much as music does for me. Yeah, for sure. I mean, I totally understand that perspective as well. It's just, sometimes things aren't happening, but that's okay. Because you can still, like, appreciate what's come out. Like, with Ninjago, too, like, I've had this comment a lot ever since I started making Ninjago videos. What are you going to do when Ninjago's done? Well, I mean, at this point, like, say Ninjago ended tomorrow randomly, right? It won't, but let's just say it does. We still have, like, almost 15 years of content to talk about, Like, there's a whole bunch of stuff to do. There's a whole bunch of stuff to cover, a whole bunch of stuff to talk about. I did see that there is a new Transformers show in the works. Sounds like fun. Looking forward to that. Ooh, the Egalt's death video. Yeah, I probably do want to talk about that at some point soon. Obi-Swan Builds. Thanks for the sub. That is quite the name there. Yeah, I do want to cover, like, a lot of other stuff from Season 3 Part 2 as well that I haven't, like, fully gotten into. Egalt's death is one of those. For sure. Ninjago XD. That's, like, from a long time ago. That's, like, way back in the day. Honestly, those videos were pretty fun to make, but they were definitely a product of their time, I will say. Not sure if I can be doing a lot of that stuff nowadays in videos. Folks might take that the wrong way. Let's just say, yeah, they were a product of their time. Just leave it at that. Do you think Kalmar's race, Benthamar's race were at war at some point? That's why Kalmar rejected. Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, that's possible for sure, right? I'm sure with, like, the sea being as big as it is, because Ninjago was pretty much just all ocean at one point. I'm sure there was, like, a lot of, like, conflicts between the different species down there in the water. Totally. Or maybe, like, Merlopia had, like, a bunch of issues with, like, other races and other species and all that, so... or at least maybe Kalmar did. Kalmar, like... by himself is kind of like a metaphor for, like, prejudice and stuff like that, so would not be surprised if that was the case and Kalmar was just being a little, intolerant, I guess you could say. But he's still alive somewhere, so who knows? What role do you think the Five's artifacts are gonna play in Season 4? Oh, the flutes, Gong of Shattering. I mean... if anything, we might see the mallet and the gong again, and I think that's what we might see, like, at most. I doubt we will see the flutes again. I doubt we will see any of the Thoraxian magic, but maybe the gong and the mallet, possibly. Who's to say? Let's see. 1 second here. We're also gonna kick out a troll. Bye. How many Lego minifigs do you guys have? I mean, I have like a video on my collection up on the channel if you'd like to see, but there's definitely a lot that I'm missing, that's for sure. Would love to get them all at some point. Are you learning how to cook or still studying? I mean, I've been making a lot of food recently, but it's not like super complicated stuff. I've been making like I said, a lot of those Greek yogurt bowls. I've been making a lot of eggs, you know, like different kinds of eggs, but it's nothing too crazy. Top 3, we have crushing on Lloyd in 3rd. I can't speak English. Crushing on Lloyd is in 3rd. We also have Fish in 2nd, just Fish, and I'm Losing in 1st. I don't know. You might have won that one. But hey, huge shout out to our top 3 here. Very cool. And with that being said, everyone, that is going to do it for trivia this evening. Thank you so much for tuning in and checking out tonight's trivia. We do trivia every Thursday here on the channel, so next trivia will be on next Thursday. So swing on by next Thursday to take part in more trivia and all of that good stuff. But that's going to do it for tonight. But we still can hang out for a few more minutes here if you guys would like. We still have some time. Yeah, that's definitely not one more game, but we will be doing more next week. So if you were just here for the trivia, totally understandable, but we are done with trivia. So tune in next week. We will do more trivia and all of that. Dude, am I almost 50? That's wild. I feel it too. I feel it in my bones, in my back more specifically. I gotta stand up. Real talk though, like last week, I had really bad back pain, and it made me feel really old. So that was very great. Yes, Marvel Sonic Boy. Let's do the thing. Let's take a listen to your little clip here that you sent my way. Gotta find it. I'll find it. Hold on, give me 1 second. I'll look for it. Let's do it. Yes, let's get her done. Let's take a look-see. I gotta find it, though. It's somewhere in my emails. Gotta scroll through. Give me 1 second. Woke up this morning, every bone in my body cracked. I don't know if you guys heard, but my ankles cracked like twice this stream. See if you can go through the stream and find which 2 times my ankles cracked. Type the time codes in the comments. Where is it? I found it. Okay, I found it. All right, let's take a listen. The name on this file is Decepticon Gatorade Debate. So that's just amazing right off the bat. Gatorade flavors I mentioned, I like all of them. Cool. Leave in the comments what your favorite Gatorade flavor is and why is it the blue one, because everyone knows those are the best. All right, let's take a listen here. This is once again a new audio clip coming at us from Marvel Sonic Boy in the chat. Huge shout out to you. Let's take a listen to your voice acting. Let me get this rolling. All right. 2 minutes and 40 seconds. Let's take a listen. I'll probably pause and talk about it like a little bit, but let's get started.
Hey, quiet fool. Can't you see I'm trying to focus? I'm feeling kind of thirsty. Can you pass me a Gatorade? Fine.
The concept of Starscream asking for Gatorade is really funny just right away.
Here, take it. No, the orange one. The blue one tastes awful.
What?
I want the orange Gatorade.
Okay, wait. Orange is actually valid, though. I'll take orange. Blue's the best, though.
No, you said the blue one tastes awful. Look, I'm just saying, I prefer the orange Gatorade to the blue one. Your arguments are most illogical.
Shockwave.
Shockwave, what are you talking about? I'm not arguing anything. Shut up, you three-sided polygon with wings. That's just...
Three-sided polygon with wings. That's a good one. Absolutely. Cucumber lime? Is that an actual Gatorade flavor? I've never heard of that.
Uncalled for. Obviously, the raspberry flavoring in the blue Gatorade is more prominent than the citrus flavor in the orange one. It is a sorry attempt at a fruity sports beverage. Therefore, the blue Gatorade is superior. That is the correct opinion to have.
Okay, that's actually valid though, right? Like the blue Gatorade is the best, like I said before we started this one.
Okay, I'll just take the inferior orange Gatorade then.
Preposterous! You cannot drink such vile liquids.
Fine, I'll take the blue Gatorade.
Forfeiting without a
Yeah, you will.
rebuttal? I did not expect you to give up so easily, Starscream.
Yeah, whatever.
Hello, Shockwave. I don't sound like.
I was gonna say, I know that sound wave coming in.
What he's doing? Nothing really. Starscream and I were just talking about Gatorade. Soundwave would like some Gatorade. Sure, what flavor? The Shockwave have white Gatorade.
Okay, white is actually good too. White's good too. I'd say that one is probably my second favorite, like right after the blue. But orange, honestly, all these are valid. Orange is solid, but white and blue are definitely up there.
You are not real. What?
How can anyone like the taste of white Gatorade?
Soundwave thinks it tastes good. Was your mother a calculator?
You can't be friends anymore, Soundwave.
Soundwave was never friends with Starscream.
I was gonna say, dude, they weren't friends.
That's why it hurts so much.
I'm afraid your logic circuits are too cross for me to be associated with you, Soundwave. Oh, man. Shockwave, Starscream.
Lord Megatron.
We're going to invade Florida, and I'm going to turn Optimus Prime
Wait.
into an alligator.
Why are we invading Florida? Oh, wait, hold on. Pause. We gotta let in a cat. Hi, Momo. Yes, come here. Hi. Yeah, hi. Momo's here. Hi, what's wrong? Why you sound sad? All right, let's finish this up. We're invading Florida. Momo, you came in right at the perfect time.
Then I will become ruler of the universe.
Why Florida? Why not New York or something?
Starscream is a bomb in your chest.
What?
Lord Megatron, may I ask what flavor of Gatorade is most pleasurable to you? Blue, obviously. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, blue's the
Why
best.
would I drink any other flavor? Correct opinions over here. Why is Soundwave crying? It appears that I have lost connection. Goodbye.
The transition at the end is very awesome. Marvel Sonic Boy, once again, dude, awesome work all around. I really found that super impressive, how you can switch through the different voices like that. A job well done. Bravo, absolutely. And I do like how the proper best flavor of Gatorade was highlighted immensely in that one, which is the blue one, of course. So once again, thank you, Marvel Sonic Boy, for submitting that voice clip for us to listen to. I thought that was really funny, really well done. Thank you very much once again. Round of applause. Hooray for that. We also have here, we had a super chat during that as well here. My volume was off, unfortunately. The King of Lego, $1.99. Did you have a crush on a Ninjago character as a kid? I mean, Garmadon has like a 12-pack of abs, so do with that information what you will. King of Lego, though, I appreciate the super chat. Thank you very much for the $1.99. What is your least favorite flavor of Gatorade? That's a good question. I mean, I have tried pretty much all the Gatorades. Probably the red ones, I'd say. Because sometimes I find with the red ones, the red Gatorades, sometimes the flavor isn't the best, you know? Sometimes it's like not as strong as the other flavors. So, ooh, Maya, true. You didn't hear that from me, though, but true. Absolutely. Totally excited to get a new Maya minifigure next year for Legacy. Absolutely. Really hoping it's the Seabound design, though, because if it's not, I'm going to be a little sad, but that's okay. When you searched Cole abs. Yeah, I mean, okay, for every good piece of Ninjago fan art, there's like a whole bunch of cursed fan art. I don't know exactly what the ratio is, but it's concerning, all things considered. Hi, yes, hi, Momi. Yeah, you came in and you were meowing quite a bit. Are you looking for attention? Yeah, cat's asleep, so Momo's in here now. She's like, where are all the humans? There we are. Yes, hi, Momi. Welcome. Did you hear Instagram is getting updated? I did not. I'm hoping that the update isn't stupid because they have the potential to really mess it up. Hate to disagree, but red is the best. I mean, that's fair too. Like, red isn't bad, but if I had to pick a least favorite, it would probably be the red one. But like I said, the blue one is probably my favorite. Any of the blue ones. The white is also really good. Orange isn't bad. I used to be really into orange when I was younger, but nowadays, blue and white. White is the runner-up there, I'd say. I think that's all the colors, right? When you said cat's asleep, thought you meant one of the cats are sleeping. I mean, Waffle's asleep on my bed, but Momo is like, oh, hi, she just jumped up on my lap. Hello. Yeah, you are like all kinds of attention craving right now. Hi. Yeah, how you doing, Mommy? Can you morale for the people? No, but she's purring. Yeah. I'm excited to, do the Halloween stream too, because we are going to have the face cam for that, and you guys get to see the kitties. Oh, no, you can't go on the desk, but you can sit on my lap. You can stay on the lap. You can't go up on the desk, silly. Okay, she's getting down. But yeah, you guys can see the kitties on that stream. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a good time. Probably going to be picking up a new webcam this weekend because the old one is broken, because it's stupid. The refrigerator was invented in 1913. Well, that's good. Hooray for Gatorade storage. What'd you think of Monstrosity? Really good, but really short. Would have loved for it to be a little bit longer. See ya, Danny. Have a good one. Take care. Thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you next time. You have cats. I do. I have 2 kitties. 2 cats. I got Waffle and I got Momo. Here, let me see if I can actually find an image of these 2 quick so you guys can see. I'm sure I have a picture somewhere on my computer. I open up Instagram and the first thing I see is a post from Pokemon, Scolipede appreciation post. Scolipede is a pretty cool Pokemon, I will say. All right, let's go to my Instagram, see if we can find a photo of the kitties. I know I have a picture from a little while ago when we were moving because we had to take the kitties to the vet and whatnot. Yeah, that'll do. Let me get this picture all ready for you and then we can take a look at the kitties. Hooray for cats. Yes, hi Momo. Yeah, we're talking about you. You want to come up and sit on my lap again? Is the Halloween stream on Halloween? Yeah, it's probably looking like it's going to be starting an hour earlier, though, than when stream usually starts. So I will post the final times next week at some point. But yeah, it will be Halloween, like actually on Halloween. So you guys can plan for that. All right, let's take a look at these little gremlins here. Boom, boom, boom. All right. Well, first of all, we got to scoot you away from the wires because that's no good. But yeah, these are my kitties. We got Waffle here, and this is Momo. Momo's the one that's hanging out in here right now and trying to get up on my lap and whatnot. This one, Waffle, she is sleeping currently, so... But they're both in here, trust, and you will see them again on the Halloween stream, especially, you know, Momo, because she's a black cat, you know? It's perfect for Halloween time, right, Momi? But yeah, those are my kitties. They are both amazing kitties, and I love them very much. And they are very cute. I like them a lot. Your cat looks so much like Waffle. Very cool. Yeah, she's real pretty. Like the picture where Pancake and Momi are loafing next to each other really shows how large Pancake is. Let's see if we can find another picture that I can show you guys quick. I cannot... where am I here? Okay, there we go. Yes, the void. That is Momo in a nutshell. Right, Momi? Let's see what else I can find here. I'm just scrolling through my my Instagram. I do wonder if we can find another picture quick before we wrap up, because we'll probably wrap up stream here in a few minutes, but there's my Harumi cosplay from last year. Yeah, I'm hoping that Sora, you know, this year's Sora costume will turn out like a little bit better than the Harumi one. Obviously, the Harumi one was whatever, you know, but gonna be putting a lot more effort into the Sora one for this year. Like I've already spent like more money on it, so surely it's gonna be better. I don't think. Well, I got a picture of Waffle here. I can show y'all, I guess. Yeah, and then we'll wrap up. Momo's not in this one, unfortunately, but it is a picture of Waffle. Let me crop that. Do a bit of a bada bing, bada boom. Yes, we are going to be Sora for Halloween. I've been collecting a lot of the materials, and I will be thrifting this weekend, hopefully getting the last few bits of the costume that we need. I also got to make some of the costume this weekend, so that's going to be fun. But here is a photo of Waffle hanging out in a backpack with a Ninjago blanket, as you can see in the backpack. This was at the old place. Again, this was like before we moved, but Waffle's in a backpack, got her little Ninjago blanket in there. I actually don't think I have that blanket anymore because I think it got gross because the cats were using it. So it probably got full of cat hair, but that is a Ninjago blanket. And yeah, Waffle's just kind of vibing in her little backpack. She doesn't really care for the backpack too much since we moved because I feel like it was a little traumatizing, but you know, that is that. They've been very much happy in the new place though since we moved, so that's been nice. Yes, Momo and Pancake. Absolutely. Where's the Optimus Prime plush? Which one are you talking about? Because one time, see, my bone just cracked again. One time for Christmas, I did get them. It was like an Optimus Prime, like, dog toy. And I thought, okay, it's a dog toy, but the cats have a lot of other toys that are also, like, dog toys, and they like playing with them, so maybe they'll like this one. They did not, so I ended up giving it to my aunt because she has 3 dogs. So now Optimus Prime lives at my aunt's house and is a toy for her 3 dogs. So he's being used like he was intended to be used because my cats did not like it. So, but yeah, Waffle has like these 3 little stuffed ducks that she loves, and those are dog toys. They have like squeakers in them. So, you know, I thought, hey, get her an Optimus Prime dog toy. Why not? And let's answer one more question here, or talk about one more statement, one more question, one more what have you, and then we'll wrap up stream. Gonna take a sip of my water in the meantime. If you had to add a new ninja, what's their name, suit color, and power? Okay, so I'm gonna cheat a little bit, and I'm gonna go back in time and talk about my Ninjago purple ninja OC that I made when I was like 12 or 13. This was before Little Nelson was introduced, and before Nia had the water power. But back when I was like 12, 13, it was around the time of Ninjago Season 2 just wrapping up, I had made a purple ninja custom minifigure. It wasn't good, but he had the power of water. I don't think I ever gave him a name, unfortunately, and if I did, I forgot. But yeah, I did make a purple ninja, and he was really cool. He had the power of water, and I like to think that Lego stole my ideas for both of them. So that's probably what I would go for. What about you guys, though? If you could make a ninja, new color, new powers, what would it be? Let's see. Elemental Master of Sand, a tan ninja. Yeah, that would have been really sick. I think we need like a Sand Master. No idea why we don't have one. Yep, right after the final battle, the custom was based on the elemental kimonos. And let me see if I can find a picture of it quick, instead of just like talking about it. Hold up. I wonder if I can find a picture of it, because I don't know where the figure is currently, but I do... I swear I put it in a video or something before. I did! Okay, I found it. Ew, it's gonna have to come from my TikTok. What the heck? Whatever. Good enough. That'll do. Alright. And I will... Warning, it's not a fair, or it's not a good custom, I will say. Remember, I made it when I was like 12. And I know I got to get it from TikTok. Nasty. All right. And it's also not the best quality because why would it be? But you can kind of like get the idea here of what it was. Definitely not great, but I did spray paint I think this was a coal headpiece that I painted purple. And then obviously the very awesome, very professional detailing here. And then just throw some shoulder armor on there. Yeah, that was my purple ninja. And he's actually the reason why I don't paint minifigures. So hooray for the original purple ninja. Like I said, in my headcanon, he was the master of water. So, it is what it is. Not sure why water would be purple, but whatever works. With that being said, though, everyone, why don't we wrap things up here for tonight's stream? I'm going to take a sip of my water really quick. Yeah, I did paint that, and it wasn't good. It wasn't pretty. Maybe one day if I get, better at painting, maybe I could revamp it or something, but I am definitely not a painter, as you can tell by that horrible minifigure. But streams are possible Monday to Friday, 6 to 7. Trivia every Thursday, ladies and gents here. I do appreciate the kind words in the chat, but yeah, it's definitely not, a great custom. But like I said, I liked the idea. Let's drop some hugs and whatnot in the chat. Very cool. Like I said, maybe one day I could revamp that guy. Maybe using official parts. That could be cool. But steaks and milks and all of that good stuff. Hooray for end of stream traditions and whatnot. Thank you very much for tuning in, everybody. Like I said, that's going to wrap it up for my thoughts here. Hope you guys had fun on tonight's stream. We do trivia every Thursday. Hope to see you guys next Thursday for more trivia. Have a fantastic rest of your day, night, evening, afternoon, dusk, dawn, whatever time of day it is for you. Hope you guys have a good one, and we will talk to you guys again next time. Peace.